Hi everyone, so I thought I would do a bit of a chatty update because it's been a while and there are a few things to update you on. So the first thing is Ellie has started preschool, which is just insane. I'm still trying to get my head around it, and yeah, it's been a massive change to me and Ellie. So for the last couple of months I've been thinking of putting Ellie into preschool. I was so confused being a first time mum on like how to do it, when to do it, and I was looking at kind of like nurseries, private nurseries to put her in, and I thought, why should I put her into private nursery paying a lot of money? Like, these private nurseries are not cheap, and you know, when I can stay at home with her or I can do the same sort of things with her. But I was thinking as well, you know, she's ready for it, she's ready to meet other people, play, a different environment, that sort of thing. So I was getting really confused, and I spoke to one of my lovely friends and she said that it's preschool that she should be going. So when she turns 3, that's when she does preschool. So it all made a little bit more sense, and I thought preschool is for Ellie. Like, she was so ready for it. So I think it was 2 weeks before she turned 3, I made an appointment, and it's actually at the nursery, the preschool that I went to when I was a little girl. So it kind of belongs to a church, it's in like a hall. And it was so surreal going back there. Like, obviously I went when I was 3, before I went to big school, and now my little daughter's going there, and the same sort of people are working there, and it has not changed ever since I went there. So it was really surreal, but it was kind of cute knowing that Ellie was going there, and I knew that it was the one for her, like, because I went and I loved it. So yeah, we had a meeting. It's changed a little bit obviously since then, but we had a meeting with the lady, who was absolutely lovely, and I felt so comfortable when I was there, like so comfortable. And Ellie was a bit shy at first, but I could tell she was just eager to kind of explore and play with the toys and kind of get to know the place. So yeah, that was just kind of like a meeting saying like what they do and what they have and all this sort of thing. So basically she was like, when would you like her to start? And I said, well, I like her to start ASAP, because she's so ready for it, and I don't want her waiting until like after January, because it's still quite a while away. So the only days they had available was Wednesday and Thursday. So she does Wednesday and Thursdays for 3 hours a day. So she does Wednesday 12 till 3 p.m. and Thursday 9 a.m. till 12 in the afternoon. When January comes, after January she will be doing 1 full day, and I think that'll be a Friday, so that'll be 9 till 3. But at the moment we're just doing 3 hours on them days, and to be honest I think that is enough for her, because when she comes out she is exhausted. Like, where she's had so much fun, it just knackers her out. So yeah, we went for the meeting, and me and Paul both really liked it. Ellie really liked it as well. She felt really comfortable there, and she loved seeing all the toys and different activities they'd done. So yeah, we booked her in for the Wednesday and Thursdays, and then she did say when she turns 3, it's like a government thing. I think that you haven't got to pay when they're 3 or something, but we have to pay for a term because she started before she was 3. It's really confusing, but basically, yeah, we had to pay for a term, and then I think after January it will be free for her. But basically, if you don't know what preschool is, it's kind of a place they go before they start big school, and it gets them ready for big school. And we had 2 kind of settling in sessions with Ellie, so I went along for the first 2, and I stayed there like the whole time, and she absolutely loved it. Like, at first I thought it was going to be a bit much for Ellie, and I think maybe it was a bit too soon, but she really got a hang of it so quickly. And what I mean is, when you first go in, you have to put your coat and bag on the peg, and like that's all new to her, things like that. So now, because she's been a couple of times, she knows to do that, and she has to put a book bag in the box. And then they sit down for circle time, so they do some show and tell, they do some songs, and they just talk to their teacher and say what they were up to during the week. And then they go and play. They also do the register as well. Then they go and play. And then while they're playing, there's all different sections of the nursery. So there's like a craft area, there's a role play area, there's a building area where they can do blocks and make puzzles and stuff like that. There's a reading area, there's a one-to-one area. There's just all different types of areas, and I just really love how it's organised, and it really does get them ready for school. She also has snack time, so it's because she's only there for 3 hours, she doesn't have a packed lunch or anything, so I give her breakfast or lunch before she goes, to make sure she's like got a full stomach. But they put out like a bowl of fruits and vegetables, like all different snacks, and they have a jug of water and milk as well. But what I like about it is they have to do it themselves. Obviously if they need help, they will help them, but it's very independent, and it gets them being independent and gets them ready for school as well. So I'm lucky because Ellie's quite independent anyway, like she quite likes doing things by herself at home, so it wasn't too much for her, but it definitely was a bit of a shock. Like she has to wash her hands before she has snacks, she has to get her own bowl and cup for her snacks, things like that. So it's all very different and new for both of us, but she really enjoys it. She's made some friends already, which is the cutest thing. And I put her in at the best time because they're practicing for their nativity play, which is coming up in December. So because I was there for 2 days, so that's like 3 hours a day, I was able to see like what they do and how it works. And yeah, they were practicing the nativity play, so she knows all the songs now, and she's going to be a little angel in it. So yeah, I'm just so proud of how she has took it. I was so worried. I think the night before I did not sleep because Ellie's quite clingy, and I thought that's why she really needed to start now, because I need her to explore, I need her to meet friends, and it's part of my own fault because I didn't take her to any mother and baby groups because of my anxiety. So I thought I have to do this for Ellie, like she's ready, I have to put her into preschool. So I don't regret it. I'm so happy with the preschool I picked for her, and she loves it. The first 2 days where I stayed with her, she was so shy, and she just wanted to stay with me, which is like understandable because it's all very new to her. There's new people, and but the second day I stayed with her for 2 hours, and I left for the last hour. But I literally had a coffee, and the lady, her key worker by the way, is so lovely. I couldn't ask for a lovely teacher for Ellie. Like she's just amazing, and that made me feel more confident because it was quite an emotional experience. I'm getting quite teary now, but because it seems like so long ago now. She only started a week after her birthday. I think it was 2 weeks ago, but it was so emotional. All these emotions were going through my head, like, am I doing the right thing? But seeing her settle in just made me want to cry. So yeah, I left an hour before the session ended, and I said to the lady, I'm just going to go for a coffee. What I like about it, they tell you if you are going to leave the child, just say, Mummy's going to the shops now, I'll be back before circle time. They don't like you just dashing out and leaving them because they do get upset and they kind of lose trust. So I've done that, and at first she was like, no Mummy, stay with me. But then I said it again and she just went, okay Mummy. And I was like, wow, like this is your second day and this is how well you're doing. I was so proud of her. So I think the teachers knew I was a bit emotional and worried like mad, like am I doing the right thing? And so I went to have a coffee, and the lovely teacher texted me. She said, look, I'll call you if she gets really upset or something like that, and then you can just come back. I was literally like 5 minutes away, and I was like, okay, that makes me feel so much better. So the lovely lady sent me a text and said, hi Katie, Ellie's doing absolutely fine, no tears at all. She's playing with a few of her class friends. And I literally burst out crying when I had a cup of tea. I was like, this is just too much for me. Like, happy tears, but also like, it's such, I can't explain it, because I've had Ellie her whole life, and I was the one looking after her, teaching her, doing everything with her. To leave her in a good place with other people in a different environment, like, it was a lot for me to do. It did make me emotional, but it was probably the best decision I've ever made, and just having that text just like made me so happy and made me feel like at ease. I had nothing to worry about and stuff like that. But anyway, I came back 15 minutes before it ended, me and Paul did, and we were like sneaking through the keyhole of the nursery, and we were so amazed with how well she was doing. Because if I would have went into the actual hall and she would have saw me, she would have went all shy and not done anything. But because I wasn't there, she was just in her own little world. She was clapping along to the nativity songs and like acting out, and I just couldn't believe it, like seeing her like that on her second day of nursery. Like, I really think she took it so well, and I'm so proud of her. So yeah, and then the lady said like she'd done absolutely brilliant. She's also got a little book bag. This is her little book bag, and she has a little blue book which I really love. It's called a home link book. So me and her teacher write like little messages to each other to let her know how she's getting on. So as you can see, so the first one was, hi, she had a great first day playing with all the children. She enjoyed the home corner and interacted well within the other children, chatting away. She had a snack a few times and a drink of water. I asked her if she needed the toilet, but she said no. She would come and check in with me every now and then, but other than that, she played happy, no tears at all. And just reading that, I couldn't wait to see the first message to see how she got on without me, and just reading that made me so proud. And then I write a message, basically, if anything happens at home, if she achieves anything, or if we go on a holiday, or if she's had a bad day or anything like that, I can write. So I've been saying that she's learnt to use her cutting scissors, she's learning the alphabet, she's practicing her nativity songs, stuff like that. So I really like this little book, and it just puts my mind at ease, because I worry like mad with Ellie. Like, I just worry about everything. So yeah, she goes Wednesdays to Thursdays, and obviously it's a gap until she starts the Wednesday and Thursday again, and she's always saying like, Mummy, am I going to school today? Am I going to school today? And I'm like, oh, I wish you could go every day, like not to have time on my own, but because she wants to go. And for her to say, Mummy, have I got school today, or can we go to school today? Like, I just wish that she could go every day, because she loves it that much. But yeah, I think after January they did say they might be able to fit her in for a few more sessions, because I think she could do with it. And if she's enjoying it, I mean, if she's coming home and saying she doesn't want to go to school or anything like that, then I would be a bit worried, but she's loving it. The second week was even better. I stayed with her for about an hour, because she said, the teacher said, because it's a bit of a gap from Thursday to Wednesday, she might be a bit shy and it all might be new to her again. So I stayed with her for an hour, and literally I was just standing the other end of the hall, because I don't like to stand with her so close, because she'll know I'm there and she won't interact me there, then she won't interact with other people and she'll just want to be with me. So I just kind of like take myself to the side and just watch, and it's the cutest thing. Like, I wish I could stay there and just see what she does all day, but I can't. So yeah, she was getting on so well, and then I went over to her and said, Mummy's going to the shops now. She must think I go to the shops all the time. But the reason why I say that is because I don't want to go all the way home and they ring me on the first couple of weeks anyway. They ring me and say, can you come back because Ellie's upset. So I think if I stay in town, because their nursery's in town, I think I'm going to stay local in case they need me. So I said, Mummy's going to town now, I'll be back before circle time. And she went, okay Mummy, and gave me a kiss on the lips. And I was like, oh my God, like, that was so easy. Like, I was expecting her to be like, no Mummy, no, stay with me. And that upset me more because I was like, she doesn't even need me. Like, she doesn't need me here. So off I went, had my coffee, waiting for a text to say come and get her because she's upset, but there was nothing, there was no text. And when I picked her up, the lady said again how well she's doing. She's chatting so much, because the first day we went she didn't really talk too much because obviously she was so shy, and she does get like that. If someone approaches her, she will not talk. Her thing when she's nervous or shy, she sticks her tongue out, which is a bit weird, but that's just Ellie. So yeah, but apparently she was chatting away, and she's made 2 new best mates, Rosie and Katie. She talks about them all the time. But yeah, and then the Thursday just gone, so today's Saturday, her granddad, so my dad, come to collect her. He really wanted to see her, and she come running out of her book bag and with a big grin on her face. And I just love it. Like, I love on the way home we talk and we say, what did you do at school today? She makes me paintings. It's so lovely to see her interacting with people and enjoying herself. And I always think, like, why did I leave it so late? But I think, like, I'm just glad I done it. And yeah, it's so emotional. Like, I hope I'm not the only one, but I feel like tearing up now. It is so emotional. I never thought I'd get like that, but yeah, I'm crying. But yeah, I've got her like class. I've got a little friends list here. She's got to write some Christmas cards out to all her friends, and oh, it's just so grown up. Like, now she's turned 3, it's like she's literally not a baby anymore. She's like a big grown up girl, and she's getting more independent. So yeah, but anyway, before I start crying, but yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know a little update, because so many people are asking how has her preschool gone, or if anyone is like thinking of putting their child into preschool. Obviously everyone's different, and this is how Ellie's coped with it basically. But yeah, it really does knacker her out though. Like, as soon as she gets home, she is out like for hours and hours, but she's been doing so much playing, and it's the cutest thing. But yeah, she's been doing so well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this chatty update. Sorry it's so long, but there was quite a lot to cover, and I hope it helps anyone, because it is quite a daunting thing when you're a parent, putting them into preschool. It's very emotional. But yeah, I'd love to hear your stories and thoughts as well, and how your little one settled in, because I know everyone's different. And yeah, I will speak to you all soon.